Ako and Nnoma were best friends. Their friendship began since childhood, when they would run around and play in the sand, cooking with rusty tins and cans. It was a joyous and carefree time filled with laughter. As young girls, they would spend hours in the kitchen, watching and learning as their mothers prepared traditional meals. Ako's mother was a skilled cook. She would often let them try their hand at cooking simple dishes like fufu and egusi soup. Ako and Nnoma's parents became friends as a result of their daughter's strong bond. As the girls grew, they became inseparable. Their bond was so strong that they considered each other sisters. Ako, with her kind heart and gentle spirit, always put others before herself. Nnoma, on the other hand, was cunning and ambitious, but hid it behind a charming smile. The older they got, their interests became different, but their friendship remained strong. Ako developed a passion for cooking, while Nnoma showed a talent for dancing. As time went on, Ako's selflessness and compassion only grew stronger, earning her the admiration and respect of the entire village. Nnoma, however, harbored a different nature. Behind her captivating smile and warm demeanor, she concealed a ruthless determination to succeed at all costs. She began to exploit Ako's kindness, manipulating her into doing tasks and favors that benefited her alone. She would often flatter Ako, praising her talents and beauty, making her feel valued and appreciated. But in reality, she was using these compliments to control and influence her friends' actions. She would make Ako feel guilty for not helping her or not supporting her. As Nnoma's ambition grew, so did her jealousy of Ako's natural gifts and the attention she received. She began to hate her friend's effortless grace and the love the village showered upon her. Nnoma's charming facade hid a brewing resentment, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Ako was oblivious to Nnoma's true intentions, believing their friendship was genuine and strong. She trusted Nnoma with her deepest secrets and dreams, unaware that her sister was secretly plotting against her. The king had declared a day for the harvest festival. It was a time for the village to come together and honor the land's bounty. The villagers eagerly prepared for the celebration, knowing that the gods would bring blessing, prosperity, and good fortune for the coming year. Ako, renowned for her cooking skills, was determined to create a dish that would impress the king and the villagers. She spent days gathering the freshest ingredients, experimenting with flavors, and perfecting her technique. Her kitchen was filled with the aroma of roasting vegetables, simmering stews, and soups. Nnoma pretended to be interested in learning from Ako. She offered to assist her. Ako, happy to share her knowledge, welcomed her friend's help. However, Nnoma's true intentions were far from selfless. She planned to sabotage her friend's dish, using her supposed help as an opportunity to tamper with the ingredients and secretly alter the recipe. As they walked, Nnoma would accidentally knock over spices, forget to add crucial ingredients, or misremember cooking time. Ako, trusting her friend, didn't suspect a thing. She concluded that the mishaps were mere mistakes. Meanwhile, Nnoma's mother was secretly preparing her daughter's own dish, using stolen bits of Ako's recipe. The day of the festival arrived, and the village square was filled with the sights and smell of delicious food. Ako proudly presented her dish, unaware of Nnoma's sabotage. Norma, with a cunning smile, presented her own creation, confident in her deceitful plan. The judges and the villagers took their first bites of Aku's dish. Their faces contorted in disappointment and confusion. The flavors were unbalanced and the texture was unappetizing. Meanwhile, Norma's dish was a stunning masterpiece. The aroma wafting from her station was irresistible, and the presentation was exquisite. The judges were impressed, and the villagers couldn't get enough of her creation. The crowd erupted into cheers and applause as Norma was declared the winner. They praised her dish, citing its complexity and innovation. Norma basked in the glory, her smile radiant as she accepted her prize. Ako was devastated. She couldn't understand what had gone wrong. Her dish had been perfect in her mind, but the outcome was far from it. She felt like a failure, her confidence shattered. As her friend Norma celebrated her victory, Ako couldn't help but notice a strange and almost wicked glint in her eyes. It was as if she had been waiting for this moment all along. The seeds of doubt and suspicion were planted in Ako's mind, and she began to question the true nature of their friendship. But she continued her friendship with Norma anyway. She was eager to preserve their friendship. She chose to give Norma the benefit of the doubt. She concluded that Norma's behavior during the festival was just a coincidence and that her friend would never intentionally sabotage her. Ako convinced herself that Norma's strange actions were simply as a result of nerves and misunderstanding. Norma pretended to be innocent and concerned. She apologized for any unintended harm she may have caused. Aku believed her and their friendship continued. However, this decision would later prove to be a mistake as Norma's true intentions would eventually be revealed. Norma's jealousy reached new heights when she realized that Ndoka's blossoming romance with her friend Ako was about to lead to marriage. She could not bear the thought of Ako finding happiness with a wealthy trader while she was still single and unloved. Her mind raced with schemes to destroy their relationship and claim Ndoka for herself. Ndoka was the most wanted bachelor in the village. Every young lady had eyes on him. Unfortunately, he only had his eyes for Ako. He was a successful, wealthy, and well-traveled trader who hailed from a respected family. He was very generous and kind-hearted and was known for his fair business dealings in the community. Aku told Norma all her secrets. She would spend time with her best friend, divulging every single detail of her relationship with Ndoka. She would show and even share her gifts from him with her friend. Norma's jealousy deepened. Without her friend's knowledge, she would visit Ndoka during business hours. She would try to discredit Ako by telling lies upon lies, spreading rumors about Ako's past. She lied to Ndoka that Ako has had several abortions, which have damaged her reproductive system. At the end of each tale, she would beg Ndoka not to say that she was the one that told him, assuring him that she was looking out for him, trying to save him from a future of suffering and pain. Ndoka found this quite uncomfortable. He warned Ndoma not to bring any more tales to him and cautioned her against backstabbing her best friend. Ndoma, however, did not take this very well. Ndoka warned Ako of her friendship with Ndoma. He told her to be careful around her, that her best friend did not mean well for her. The conversation with Ndoka bothered Ako. She did not understand why her husband-to-be was weary of her friendship with Nneoma, but nevertheless, she promised to be careful around her friend. It was 3 months away from Ako's marriage to Nduka. Nneoma was desperate. She needed to do something fast. She wasn't going to allow Nduka marry Ako. Why must she always be ahead? Why must it be Ako? Why can't it be her for a change? She had to think of something fast, and that desperation led her down a dark path. Nneoma had asked Ako to escort her to Isiala, the neighboring village, to visit her aunt Chinelo. Ako had followed her, ignoring her mother's ominous warning. When they arrived at her aunt's house, they were warmly welcomed with a delicious meal. Nneoma's aunt, a kind and generous woman, had prepared the food with love, unaware of her niece's sinister intentions. While her aunt was momentarily distracted, Nneoma seized the opportunity to poison Ako's food. As they ate, she kept watching her friend with a calculating gaze. Her plan was to let her aunt take the fall for the crime, using her as a scapegoat to cover her own tracks. Before long, Ako started to complain of little spasms of abdominal pain. Aunt Chinelo, oblivious to Nneoma's deceit, offered Ako a mixture of herbs to drink to help relieve the pain. By the time Ako got back home, she was seriously ill. She was in terrible pains and began to vomit blood. In panic, her parents rushed her to the village herbalist. The herbalist told them Ako was sick as a result of the poison she ingested. He quickly prepared some anti-poison and administered it to her. The herbalist said that Ako would be spending the night at his clinic so that he can monitor her condition. Her parents accepted, but her mother stayed behind to take care of her daughter. The next day, the matter was taken to the king, who invited Aunt Chinelo. Chinelo, eager and willing to prove her innocence, returned to her hometown Anideba. On that day, the villagers gathered. Nneoma's mother was not happy that her younger sister was being accused of attempted murder. She had questioned her daughter Nneoma severally just to make sure she had nothing to do with it. Nneoma had promised her mom she had nothing to do with it. Her mother knew that her daughter was jealous of her best friend and wanted everything she had, but she had no idea it had gotten out of hand. The oracle priest was there to administer the oath. Aunt Chinelo took the oath, all the while in tears. She was instructed to remain in Anideba for the next 2 weeks. Ako's parents cut off the relationship with Nneoma and her family and warned her to stay away from their daughter and her husband-to-be. 1 week after the oath was taken, Nneoma fell seriously ill, so ill that she could not get up and wasn't even eating. All attempts to restore her proved abortive. She was at the point of death when she confessed to having poisoned her friend Ako out of jealousy. She begged for forgiveness. Her aunt Chinelo forgave her, but said she wanted nothing more to do with her. 1 week after Nneoma confessed her crime, she started to recover. Her mother was heartbroken to the fact that her daughter could take such action to end the life of an innocent girl, and worse still, make her sister Chinelo suffer for it. When the news of Nneoma's confession got around the village and to the king gave his verdict. He declared that Nneoma can continue to live among them, but she will be ostracized from the community for 50 years. She cannot buy or sell, neither would she marry from among them. The villagers were shocked and outraged by Nneoma's confession, and they fully agreed with the king's harsh punishment. They saw her betrayal of Ako's trust as grave offense and her attempt to take her friend's life as unforgivable. The villagers refused to associate with her, and she was shunned by all. Some villagers even said the king was too lenient and should have banished her from the land. But the king, wise and just, had chosen a punishment that would allow her to reflect on her actions and perhaps one day seek redemption. Ako forgave her friend, but ended her friendship with her. Her marriage to Ndoka took place, blessed by the king himself. Lessons to be learned from this story. Jealousy and envy can lead to destruction. True friendship is precious. Ako's loyalty and trust, despite Nnoma's flaws, demonstrates the value of genuine friendship. Forgiveness is essential. Greed and selfishness can lead to isolation. Justice and consequences are necessary measures to discourage destructive behaviors. Redemption is possible when we confess and reflect on our acts. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video and share with your family or friends or anyone who you know will enjoy this video too. Let me know in the comment section what you took away from this story. And please subscribe to my channel. And once you subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you will be aware whenever I upload a new story. And I want to use this opportunity to plead with you guys. Please, if you are subscribed to my channel and you get my notifications, please come back and listen to another story, okay? And please do not skip the ads, okay?